Big news has been the ERLC. They just recently called a new president. He starts the 1st of June. Do you think this is going to be looking to a new future? I think, and I can't remember his first name, but Dr. Lenow is his name. He's been at Mississippi State there, and everything I've seen, he's done great work there. Very highly respected among his colleagues and peers. What do you think? He's not been, in an ethicist type position like you would have there at the ERLC, the Ethics and Religious Liberty Commission. What has been your read on this? And I know he'll be making his first report.
I think that he's probably right this minute. He's focusing on making his first debut, step out on a good foot before he tries to. I mean, he's going to get in the weeds so fast if he's not careful, and he doesn't strike me as unintelligent.
Right.
So he's gonna keep it as concise as possible, I think, and I think over the next 8 to 12 months, I think he will. I'm hoping that he will address some of the issues that need to be addressed. I don't know this man except by reputation, and he's coming out of a different world. And so I think he's going to bring to the table, or I'm hoping he's going to bring to the table some things that need to be brought to the table. And let's refocus the ERLC as to what they were designed to do. And
I think that he has the potential to help redirect back to what they should have been doing, and potential of being a voice for Southern Baptists and not working against Southern Baptists. There are some actions that the ERLC needs to move. They sided with basically anti-pro-life groups in several key court documents that they signed on to. I know Louisiana was one of those. Yes, there have been some others. And I think those need to be corrected. They need to do something. You can't get it out of the court findings, but I think that it needs to be corrected. There's some other things that really went astray under Russell Moore and Brent Leatherwood that I think needs to be refocused. And I think he has the potential of doing that. But man, I think some of the damage has been so catastrophic to the work of that organization. There are still those who are calling and wanting to have an abolish the ERLC. I don't know if that kind of emotion will be put on the floor again this year to abolish the ERLC. I don't know if there will be patience to wait and see what Dr. Lenow can do to lead them where they need to be going, or if there will still be a big push for that.
I'm not sure how much traction it will get in this meeting, simply because he's new, and I'm I'm gonna be real transparent, and it'll probably get me in trouble.
That'd be good for you to be in trouble, not me.
If it's not going to do what it was designed to do, let's get rid of it. If they're not going to represent SBC causes, and they're not going to represent what the majority of Southern Baptists, it's not a matter of do I agree with it or do I not agree with it. It matters. This is what the majority of Southern Baptists say, and I'm representing them in Washington. And so, I think that, and I am in that camp of there's significant damage been done. And I'm not sure that it can be undone. It may, and I pray he has the vision and the wherewithal, but it's kind of like the first 100 days. If I were, thank you, Lord, that I'm not sitting in his desk, but if I were sitting behind his desk, my first 100 days would be to get some of this stuff out, get in front of some of this stuff. And I would go and say, I want us to go back to the original mission statement of why we were here. And that's what I would develop. And when I spoke to the Southern Baptist Convention in June, it would be, we're going to go back to what we're supposed to be doing. And here's the mission statement that was originally voted on by our group. This is what we're going back to, and we're jumping off from there. And we're going to address these things that need to be addressed. Please be patient with me and let me get them addressed. And then if in 12 months, if he doesn't have some progress, no, he's not going to finish it all. But if he makes some major progress, I would not be opposed to allowing it to remain. But if it's going to be the same Russell Moore, his predecessors, if it's going to stay the same old thing, let's shoot it and put it out of its misery and move on.
Yeah. Well, and I know they don't get, 10 or 20% of the cooperative program dollars. Their percentages are much lower, but there's no need to have them, quote unquote, representing Southern Baptists in a poor light.
Yeah, don't make us look bad.
Misrepresenting Southern Baptists. Yeah. When the majority of Southern Baptists, and speaking, one of the real problems, and this may come up in the Q&A for the ERLC report, but one of the real problems is speaking on things Southern Baptists haven't spoken on. Yeah. In other words, there hasn't been a motion that's been voted on. There hasn't been a resolution that was approved in an annual meeting speaking out on that. And that's part of what the legacy of the Russell Moore and Brent Leatherwood tenure had been. And that just can't keep on.